How's it going, everybody? I haven't made a video in a while, and I was just sitting here sharpening this chain. I'll be using it this weekend. This 70E here, which I got from a good buddy in Iowa. And I know there's a video on my channel of a 70E that I posted a long time ago. This isn't the same one. I actually got rid of that one because I could never get the ignition, the SEM coil, to work right. The only reason I took this one is because it's got the late model cylinder ignition coil that's more traditional on the outside of the flywheel, so it's more reliable. That's the only reason why I have this. But I traded another saw for it. But I'm sitting here sharpening, and I was thinking about how I'm always going on, and there are a few other people that, you know, go on about getting the gullet and making sure the gullet's, you know, hogged out. But one of the biggest reasons why is there's an angle that not a lot of people talk about, and let me find one that hasn't been sharpened by me. Right here. This tooth hasn't been sharpened by me. That's more along the lines of factory. But the edge there is there, that's another angle. So you have the top plate angle there. You got the angle there, which is 10 degrees on a chisel chain, and the top plate angle, again, which could be anywhere from 35 to 25. Well, there's a third angle, and it's your edge here, your cutting edge under the top plate. That's an angle in and of itself. So right under there. Okay. When you have a shallow gullet, you have a shallow angle there. That's, I mean, just all there is to it, because the file sits further forward, so it makes that angle more shallow, right? So when you hog out the gullet like I have here, that angle is now more acute, right? So that versus that, you see the difference? Now that gives you more of a razor edge, because I can actually fit my file up underneath the tooth. See? Just like that. Whereas this one sits more in front of the tooth. See what I'm saying? So that versus that. So the further towards the top of that file you can get the tooth, the steeper this angle here is going to be. And the steeper that angle is, the sharper it is. Anyway, you know, it's still kind of difficult to see, but that's the gist of it. This angle here. So you got the top plate here, and then you see the bottom of the top plate. So think of this is a straight line and this is a 90, so perpendicular to the top plate. Well, the angle in between there is another angle that controls how sharp this tooth is. Now, they give you that angle when you're using a grinder because, you know, your grinder wheel can be tilted like this. So it can be tilted like so. And they give you that angle on a grinder so you can get in up underneath the tooth. See? The more obtuse the angle, the duller it is. The more acute the angle, the sharper it is. So when you hog the gullet out, you see how acute I can get that angle as opposed to if it's not hogged out. So I just wanted to clarify that. We're at 6 minutes, so I'm gonna call it quits on that. I hope that was informational. You know, all my other videos I just talked about these two angles, this angle here, and you know, the angle. I talk about this angle and this angle. So this one and this one. Whereas this third one is also important. Alright guys, y'all have a good one. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll get around to making some more videos. Y'all have a good one.